Hey everyone, it's Khoa here. In this video, I just want to cover Ray Dalio's book, Principles. I won't be going through the entire book because there's just so much content in there, but there is a really good chapter that I really want to cover. And this video will be covering chapter which he talks about embrace reality and deal with it. So it looks like this: embrace reality and deal with it. Embrace reality and deal with it. So there was a really good part in this chapter that I found really powerful. So I found it helpful to think of my life as if it was a game in which each problem I face is a puzzle I need to solve. By solving the puzzle, I get a gem of a form of a principle that helps me avoid the same sort of problem in future. Collecting these gems continually improves my decision making, so I'm able to ascend higher and higher levels of play, which game gets harder and stakes become greater. What Ray Dalio talks about is you have to really be extremely realistic if you want to win in life. The reason is because if you delude yourself into thinking that things should be the way they should be. So for example, if some problem happens in your life and you focus on the reasons why it should not be like that, or if you keep thinking, oh, that shouldn't happen to me, the way it should work is like this and so forth, you'll just always be miserable. You'll always be unhappy, and it will just create a lot of pain and frustration. But if you just accept things as the way they are, as the way they should be, and just be extremely transparent and extremely realistic, you'll be able to get feedback from life, and you'll be able to come up with a solution based on the reality. So this part here, be a hyper realist. I really like that headline, be a hyper realist. I want to cover what Ray Dalio talks about, which is becoming a hyper realist. This is probably one of the most powerful principles in the book, is that if you operate from a sense that things should be the way they should be, then you're going to be coming up with solutions based on that expectation. But if you just accept things that the way they are, this is how it is, this is the truth, then you can automatically adjust to that. Even if you don't like that truth, you can still adjust, move forward, and have a better life based on that truth, if you know what I mean. So this is a really powerful quote that he said: truth, or more precisely, an accurate understanding of reality, is the essential foundation for any good outcome. Keep that in mind. It's a foundation, because if you're coming up with a solution and it's on a rocky foundation based on something that is false, then you're going to get the wrong outcome. But if you get the real information, then that's when you can come up with a solution that is positive. So most people fight seeing what is true when it's not what they want it to be. So you have to look at things, what is true, what is truth. Be radically open-minded and radically transparent. I really like this quote here: pain plus reflection equals progress. There is no avoiding pain, especially if you're going after ambitious goals. Believe it or not, you're lucky to feel that kind of pain if you approach it correctly, because it's a signal that you need to find solutions so that you can progress. For example, if you're applying for jobs and you're really trying to get into a job that you really want, you might be thinking that, okay, the way it should be is that they should call me back, this company should really hire me because I've got these skills, or I have blah blah blah, and they should treat me with more respect, or they should they should offer me this salary, or whatever it is. If that's your expectation, then you're always going to be struggling, because that's just not the way the world works. What is really true is based on a lot of factors. For example, if you're applying for a job and you don't get it, it could be because of competition. You might have 100 people applying for that job, so therefore competition is there, and people are better than you at your job. So you have to really accept that. How many hours did you spend on improving your craft? If it's not much, then obviously you didn't get the job, and that caused a bit of pain to realize that truth. But if the market really truly does reward you based on skill, then, and you accept that is skill that needs to be accepted in order to get that high paying job, then you know for a fact that okay, fine, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not good enough. What can I do to get good enough for them to recognize me and for them to hire me, into their company? Well, I could really try to improve. I can really try to study at nighttime, but I'm too busy. I really want to just watch Netflix and play my games. But then you start to realize, hang on, but if I really want that thing, if they really want someone with a high skill, then I have to improve my skill. So I have to punt the entertainment and I have to really hone down on my study and skills. See how you can come up with a solution based on those true facts. So that was a really powerful principle from Ray Dalio, which is to embrace change and to be a hyper realist. You gotta be real. You gotta be real. You might notice in my videos, I'm very real. There's no fluff or anything. I'm very blunt because I'm a very real person, and it is what it is. And even if I don't like the truth, that is the truth. But it does help. It takes a bit of time to just have the habit of practicing to accept things the way they are, overcome the pain and frustration that this is the way it is. And then once you overcome that pain and frustration, that's when you calm down, and that's when you come up with a solution. So I think that's a really powerful concept from Ray Dalio in Principles. Might cover some more concepts from his book, but that's one of the most powerful principles in Ray Dalio's book. So highly recommend this book. Go check it out. It's on Amazon. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. See you guys next one. Cheers.